Your mind operates on laws. Laws just as precise, just as reliable as the laws that govern the physical world. The law of cause and effect governs your thinking, just as surely as gravity governs falling objects. You do not question gravity. You do not negotiate with it. You do not wake up one morning and decide that today falling will work differently. And yet, every single day, people try to negotiate with the laws of the mind. They plant seeds of doubt and expect confidence to grow. They rehearse failure and expect success to appear. They speak defeat and hope victory will answer. It does not work that way. It has never worked that way. It will never work that way because laws do not bend to wishes. Every thought you think is a cause. Every belief you repeat is a cause. Every story you tell yourself is a cause. And the conditions of your life are the effects. Your thoughts are seeds. Your habits are water. Your attention is sunlight. And your life is the harvest. You cannot plant thorns and pray for roses. You cannot plant fear and demand peace. You cannot plant limitation and expect expansion. The law is exact. The law is impartial. The law is always working. Not sometimes, not when you feel motivated, not only when you are positive. Always. People wonder why their lives do not change. They say they want success, but they rehearse their failure. They say they want abundance, but they meditate on lack. They say they want joy, but they replay pain like a favorite song. And then they ask, why does nothing improve? Because the law is working. It is responding faithfully to what is planted, to what is repeated, to what is believed. The mind does not reward wishes. It responds to patterns. It does not respond to what you want. It responds to what you practice. Negative, defeated, victimized thinking is not harmless. It is not neutral. It is not just being realistic. It is a cause. When you tell yourself, nothing ever works out for me, your mind begins searching for proof. When you repeat, I'm always overlooked, your perception filters for rejection. When you believe, I'm not enough, you shrink in rooms where you were meant to expand. This is not punishment. This is alignment. Your inner world is shaping your outer reality. Nothing in your inner life is random. Your reactions are trained, your fears are rehearsed, your confidence is practiced, your doubts are conditioned. If you have practiced hesitation, you will hesitate. If you have practiced self-criticism, you will criticize yourself automatically. If you have practiced believing the worst, you will expect it without thinking. And because it feels automatic, you assume it is true. But it is not true. It is conditioning. The beautiful truth is this: what was learned can be unlearned. What was practiced can be replaced. What was planted can be uprooted. You are not sentenced to your current mindset. You are not trapped in your current patterns. You are not required to continue a story that no longer serves you. But change requires awareness. You cannot transform what you refuse to examine. The moment you observe a thought, you separate from it. The moment you question a belief, you weaken its control. The moment you pause before reacting, you interrupt the pattern. Awareness is power, not force, not struggle, not suppression. Power, because what you see clearly, you can choose to change. If thoughts are causes, you must choose them deliberately, not perfectly, not constantly, but intentionally. Choose thoughts that expand you. Choose thoughts that strengthen you. Choose thoughts that align with who you are becoming, not who you were, not who others said you are, not who fear insists you must remain, but who you are becoming. This is not about pretending. This is not about toxic positivity. This is not about denying pain. This is about refusing to let pain become your identity. It is about feeling fear without surrendering to it. It is about acknowledging difficulty without declaring defeat. It is about choosing growth even when comfort calls your name. Inner work is discipline. It is showing up inside your own mind every single day. You do not need a complete overhaul overnight. A single new thought is a new cause. A single moment of courage is a new cause. A single decision to try again is a new cause. And causes compound. Just as negative patterns compound into limitation, positive patterns compound into freedom. You are never one thought away from failure, but you are also never one thought away from success. You are one pattern away. You cannot plant negativity and harvest joy. You cannot rehearse defeat and expect victory. You cannot nurture resentment and experience peace. It violates the law. Yet people try every day. They hope circumstances will improve while maintaining the same inner climate. But our life is not built by hope alone. It is built by alignment. Alignment is when your thoughts, your words, and your actions move in the same direction, not perfectly, but consistently. When you think growth, speak growth, and act with growth in mind, change becomes inevitable. Not instant, not effortless, but inevitable. Because the law responds. The truth is both empowering and uncomfortable. Because it removes the illusion that everything is outside your control. It does not mean you control everything, but it does mean your inner world matters. Your focus matters. Your beliefs matter. Your mental habits matter. You are not powerless, and that responsibility is the doorway to transformation. Imagine planting new seeds today, seeds of patience, seeds of courage, seeds of self-respect, seeds of possibility. At first, nothing seems different, but beneath the surface, roots are forming. Change is quiet in the beginning, invisible, subtle, until one day, what was once effort becomes natural. What was once foreign becomes familiar. What was once impossible becomes your normal. The law of cause and effect is working right now. It is working as you listen, as you reflect, as you decide. Every thought you choose is a seed. Every belief you reinforce is direction. Every moment of awareness is a turning point. You cannot change yesterday's planting, but you can choose today's seeds, and tomorrow's harvest is already taking shape in the quiet garden of your mind.